River Phoenix suffered a strange and difficult childhood. He and his family spent 4 years in the Children of God religious cult, leaving in 1977 when Phoenix was 7 years old. After that, they took to singing on street corners to make ends meet. After taking up acting, Phoenix's breakthrough role arrived in 1986 when he was cast as Chris Chambers in Rob Reiner's coming-of-age drama Stand By Me. Phoenix became an overnight sensation at just 16. In 2018, Reiner told The Guardian, "When River came in to audition, it was obvious that he was just an amazing, amazing talent. He could play instruments, he was so bright and brilliant, he could do anything really."
And I could go someplace where nobody knows me.
After that, Phoenix seemed to have Hollywood in the palm of his hand, delivering impressive performances in films such as Running on Empty, My Own Private Idaho, and Sneakers, and steadily establishing himself as one of the industry's most talented actors. He was also a fierce animal rights advocate and environmental activist, winning PETA's Humanitarian Award in 1992 for his philanthropic efforts. Then, on Halloween night in 1993, the 23-year-old Phoenix died of a drug overdose at the Viper Room in LA, with both his girlfriend, Samantha Mathis, and his brother Joaquin present. Even after so many years, Joaquin himself is always quick to praise his late brother's immense talent.
And he was such a force within our family. He was kind of like the guiding light in some ways.
Known for her remarkable ability to deliver both lighthearted and dramatic performances, Brittany Murphy's journey to stardom was rocky. She had experienced poverty while growing up after her father was incarcerated for drug possession and mafia ties. After moving to Hollywood in 1991 to pursue an acting career, Murphy landed her breakthrough role in 1995 when she was cast as Ty in Clueless.
Here, I don't want to do this anymore. And my buttons, they don't feel nothing like steel.
Following that movie's massive success, Murphy continued to showcase her range as a performer in films such as Girl Interrupted, 8 Mile, and Uptown Girls, her vivacious personality swiftly endearing herself to audiences. Yet Murphy's promising career was cut short when she died at just 32 years old in December 2009. Both the sudden nature of her death and her husband Simon Monjack's potential involvement sparked a great deal of speculation by the media and public.
How you holding up?
I don't think I am.
The coroner listed her manner of death as accidental, caused by a combination of pneumonia, iron deficiency, and multiple drug intoxication. For his part, Monjack told People magazine, "We don't want to accept that a beautiful young wife and daughter woke up one morning and died a tragic death." In May 2010, Monjack himself was found dead at the couple's Hollywood home. His cause of death was reported to have been acute pneumonia and severe anemia. To this day, the strange similarities between his and Murphy's death have never been adequately explained. Judy Garland faced both private and public struggles during her time in Hollywood. Born Frances Ethel Gum, she originally began her entertainment career alongside her siblings in the vaudeville trio The Gum Sisters, though the group disbanded after she signed with MGM under the stage name Judy Garland in 1935. At just under 5 feet tall, Garland was self-conscious about her appearance due to her girl-next-door looks, and she was often referred to as the ugly duckling by the studio. Despite her insecurities, Garland starred in a series of successful films alongside Mickey Rooney before leading the 1939 cinematic masterpiece The Wizard of Oz.
There's no place like home. There's no place.
She also appeared in countless other classics, including Meet Me in St. Louis and Easter Parade. Garland would later claim she was forced to diet for the role she performed, and that both she and Rooney were prescribed amphetamines to stay awake and barbiturates to go to sleep. No surprise then that she suffered from a lifelong drug addiction. After a career slump, Garland made her triumphant acting return in 1954's A Star is Born, winning a Golden Globe and earning an Oscar nomination for her powerhouse performance. Nevertheless, Garland had endured a turbulent personal life and constantly felt pressure from the studios and the media, and her relationships with each of her 5 husbands took a toll on her health. She died in 1969 from an overdose of barbiturates. Born to Hollywood icons Carl and Estelle Reiner, Rob Reiner first rose to fame as Michael Stivic in the trailblazing 70s sitcom All in the Family, a role which earned him 2 Primetime Emmys and the adoration of millions. Over the following decade, Reiner pivoted his career, stepping behind the camera with his directorial debut, the 1984 mockumentary This Is Spinal Tap. This cult classic showcased Reiner's talent as a filmmaker and helped pave the way for his other celebrated 80s gems, including The Princess Bride and When Harry Met Sally.
I'll have what she's having.
After that, Reiner took another dive into left field by helming the Academy Award-winning horror masterpiece Misery, as well as dramatic hits like A Few Good Men. Outside of his decorated silver screen resume, Reiner was also a passionate activist for environmental protection and LGBTQ rights, co-founding the American Foundation for Equal Rights with his wife Michelle. Everything came crashing down in December 2025, however, when Reiner and Michelle were found stabbed to death in their home. Their son, Nick Reiner, was subsequently arrested and charged with first-degree murder. An endless list of celebrities paid tribute to both Reiner and Michelle in the wake of their deaths, and fans mourned the couple the world over. Horror director Guillermo del Toro summed it up best, posting on X, "Rob Reiner was a true and good human being and an extraordinary director. He was vital and honest, and him and Michelle were cornerstones of their community and committed to their art and the good of everyone around them. A staggering loss." Adored for his rapid-fire wit and undeniable charisma, comedy legend Robin Williams is widely regarded as one of the greatest performers of all time and a beloved figure to fans both young and old. Growing up, Williams was class president and competed on the wrestling team, but he was frequently bullied and spent a lot of time alone. Ultimately, he found comfort in comedy. He later told the Washington Post, "It made me toughen up, but it also made me pull back a lot. I had certain reticence about dealing with people. Through comedy, I found a way to bridge the gap." After beginning his stand-up career, Williams rose to fame on the sitcom Mork and Mindy. He then made the leap to the silver screen, starring in an endless array of hits that included such classics as Dead Poets Society, Aladdin, and Good Will Hunting, the last of which earned him an Academy Award.
You don't know about real loss, because that only occurs when you love something more than you love yourself.
After spending decades in the spotlight, Williams died by suicide in 2014. Aged 63 years old, he had been privately dealing with severe depression and what he believed to be Parkinson's disease. Posthumously, however, he was diagnosed with a severe case of Lewy body dementia. In a poignant editorial about the disease, Williams' wife, Susan Schneider, wrote, "Robin was losing his mind, and he was aware of it. Can you imagine the pain he felt as he experienced himself disintegrating?" The voice of a generation, a cultural icon, and a devoted philanthropist to boot, Whitney Houston shattered glass ceilings in the music industry, quickly becoming one of the best-selling singers of all time. Houston was just as talented on screen, too, winning over audiences in movies like The Bodyguard, The Preacher's Wife, and Cinderella. Even with all this success, Houston had a stormy relationship with her former husband, Bobby Brown, and suffered a highly publicized addiction to drugs. Houston frequently found her name in headlines. In a 2009 interview with Oprah Winfrey, she acknowledged her difficult relationship with Brown. She said, "I wasn't going to be living with a man who decided that he didn't want to live the same way I did, or thought about marriage or me the same way. Being loyal, being dedicated, being true, being faithful." By 2011, Houston had once again sought treatment for drugs and alcohol, though her sobriety was ultimately short-lived. On February 11, 2012, she died by accidental drowning caused by heart disease and cocaine. Appropriately, Houston's sudden passing led to an outpouring of love and tributes all over Hollywood. One of the most celebrated comedians to come out of Saturday Night Live, Phil Hartman appeared on the show for 8 seasons before departing in 1994. Hartman was fondly nicknamed Glue by his former SNL cast members for being a pivotal presence behind the scenes.
"I can't do this! I don't know who I am!"
After leaving the show that made his name, Hartman appeared in an array of exciting projects. These included movies such as Jingle All the Way and Small Soldiers, the sitcom News Radio, and of course, The Simpsons, in which he played a number of truly iconic characters.
Can you imagine a world without lawyers?
Oh.
Speaking to CBS News, Hartman once said, "As an actor, I felt I couldn't compete. I wasn't as cute as the leading man. I wasn't as brilliant as Robin Williams. The one thing I could do was voices and impersonations and weird characters, and there was really no call for that, except on Saturday Night Live." Hartman married his third wife, Bryn Omdahl, in 1987. Tragically, she suffered issues with substance abuse that had long affected their marriage. On the night of May 27, 1998, Omdahl shot and killed Hartman before killing herself. Her autopsy showed that she had alcohol, cocaine, and an antidepressant in her system when she died. Chadwick Boseman made comic book movie history when he became the first Black actor to lead an MCU film, portraying King T'Challa in 2018's Black Panther. Elsewhere, Boseman demonstrated his stellar range in acclaimed films such as 42, Get On Up, and Da Five Bloods. He also supported many charities, including the Jackie Robinson Foundation and St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, organizations he remained involved with even after his colon cancer diagnosis in 2016. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Boseman donated $4.2 million worth of personal protective equipment to hospitals and Black communities, an initiative he named Operation 42. Part of the caption in his Instagram video about the cause read, "I am hearing stories of desperation from people all over the country, and we know our communities are suffering the most and urgently need help." Boseman remained committed to acting and philanthropy until the end of his life. His final film role, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, won him a posthumous Golden Globe. During his last days, he also kept busy speaking out against racial injustice and supporting the When We All Vote campaign. One thing he never did, however, was publicly address his cancer diagnosis. Boseman died in August 2020 from complications related to colon cancer. He was 43 years old. Philip Seymour Hoffman was a powerhouse on screen and one of Hollywood's most dynamic performers. An athlete in his youth, Hoffman caught the acting bug at 12 when he saw Arthur Miller's stage play All My Sons, an experience that left him hooked. He later told the New York Times, "I was changed, permanently changed by that experience. It was like a miracle to me." From Magnolia to Capote to Synecdoche, New York, Hoffman endeared himself to audiences in a number of classic movies. Along the way, however, he openly struggled with drug addiction. After getting clean and remaining sober for 23 years, he relapsed in 2012. After that, he attended rehab and remained a major fixture in Hollywood, appearing in critically acclaimed hits like Moneyball and The Master amid his ongoing personal struggles.
The secret is laughter.
Then, in February 2014, Hoffman died at 46 from an accidental drug overdose. He's since been praised as not only one of the finest actors of his generation, but also one of the most humble. His death left a vast hole in the acting world.